Frank received 5/8 of the 64 votes cast for class vice president. How many votes did he receive? Write your answer in simplest form. So I'm going to demonstrate two ways on how to go about finding this, but ultimately what you should know is that there is multiplication involved and that you can always do it this particular way here. Just take the numerator, multiply it by your whole number, 64, and put all of that over the denominator in the problem, 8. You can do this anytime that a fraction is being multiplied by a whole number. And you should know that this is multiplication because we're finding a fraction of a number, right, of a value. So that's really what happens when you see that, particularly the word of or of the. You should know there's multiplication going to occur. And so what you find out ultimately, 5 times 64 is, of course, 320. All right, but you have to keep it over that 8 that you had in the problem. And then just reduce it because you're just going to do, 320 divided by 8. And that, of course, is 40. And so you would say that Frank received 40 votes, right? Now, there is an alternative way to do this. And this will work for some people. You probably already know how to do it this way. But what you could do is take the 5/8 and also put the 64 over 1 and then just multiply two fractions. But what some will notice is that we have, you have a multiple of 64, of 8. 64 is a multiple of 8, or 8 is a factor of 64. And so that you can reduce these down or simplify them, right? And essentially what you would know is that 8 goes into 64 8 times, and so you would replace that here. And then 8 goes into itself 1 time, and so you would replace it as such. And so what you're left with essentially is 5 over 1 times 8 over 1, which is really just 5 times 8, and you get the same answer, 40.